Hello everyone, Ndee here, and today I will be discussing on goal setting. Goal setting is very vital for every individual. This exercise helps one to know what he or she wants to achieve and how he will work to achieve that. Let us see today's agenda. We will start with definition, process, types, benefit, importance, and tips to goal setting. Definition. Goal setting is the process of deciding what you want to accomplish and devising a plan to achieve the result you desire. Let us check the process to set goals. Goal setting process. If goals are so important, why do we fail to achieve them? Because we don't plan the steps to get there. A goal setting process forces you to think about the journey instead of just the end destination. Take a look at the steps below to get started. 1. Think about the results you want to see. Before you set a goal, take a closer look at what you're trying to achieve. Is that goal something you truly want? Is it important enough to you to pour hours of time and effort into it? If you're not willing to put in the time, it may not be worth pursuing. Remember the proverb, "A man who chases two rabbits catches neither"? If you create a long list of goals to pursue all at the same time, you may have a difficult time achieving any of them. Instead, use the questions above to determine which goals matter the most to you right now, and then focus on those few. 2. Create SMART goals. Once you've zeroed in on what you actually want, ensure your goal meets the SMART criteria. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. Most importantly, make your goal specific so you can clearly track your progress and know whether you met the goal. The more specific you can be with your goal, the higher the chance you'll complete it. For example, many people set goals to lose weight, but they don't always decide how much weight they want to lose and when they want to accomplish this goal. A more specific goal would be, I want to lose 25 pounds by the 4th of July. This goal provides an exact amount of weight to lose and an end date to do it by. 3. Write your goals down. When you write your goals down, they become real and tangible instead of a vague idea that resides only in your mind. Once you've written your goals down, keep them somewhere visible. This tactic reminds you to keep working on your goals daily. As you're writing down your goals, use a positive tone so you stay excited about completing them. 4. Create an action plan. Many people decide on a goal but never create an action plan to determine how exactly they will meet that goal. Your action plan should include the overall goal you're trying to meet and all the steps you need to take to get there. Don't be afraid to get creative with your action plan. Go back to your elementary days and write out your goal using crayons, markers, or colored pencils. According to Forbes, creating an action plan this way activates a different part of your brain and cements the goals in your mind. 5. Create a timeline. As part of your action plan, include a timeline for when you will start and finish your goal. Once you've set those dates, try to stick to them as closely as possible. A timeline creates a sense of urgency, which in turn motivates you to stay on schedule and finish your goal. 6. Take action. Now that you've planned everything out, it's time to take action. You didn't go through all that work just to forget about your goal. Every step that you take will lead to another until you finish your goal. 7. Reevaluate and assess your progress. You need to keep your motivation strong to complete your goal. Consider scheduling a weekly evaluation, which could include measuring your progress and checking your schedule. Once you see how close the finish line is, you'll feel more motivated to push through to the end. If you're a little behind schedule, make necessary adjustments and keep going. Let us see how important goals are. Importance of goals. A life without any goals to reach is far sadder than a life that ends before your goals are met. If you're not still striving for some goal when you reach the end of your life, you've stopped living before your time was up. I don't mean you always have to be doing something that gets you closer to one of your goals. We all need moments when we can just enjoy the present and not worry about whether we're making some kind of progress. There's progress in those mindful moments, too. And we need energy in order to move forward, So some moments are going to be about restoring that energy. But the bigger picture of your life should be about continued growth, new experiences, and greater contribution. And to keep our eyes on that greater goal, we set smaller goals that address the different areas of our lives. Once those life goals are set, we consider what it will take and what we can do every day or every week to get closer to them. Now, we will see the types of goals we can set for betterment and alignment of our lives. Types of goals. Some goals you'll have for years, while others you'll slay in a matter of months or weeks, or even days. But all the goal types described below are indispensable to your continued growth and to the impact you'll make on the lives of others. Short-term goals. Whether you call these short-term goals, objectives, or stepping stones, these are goals you'll get to check off your list in the near future, probably within a year or less. Short-term doesn't mean easy or inconsequential. Every time you set a goal and accomplish it, you build confidence and make it all the more likely that you'll accomplish longer-term or more audacious goals. Long-term goals. These goals will take longer to accomplish, but breaking them down into more manageable, shorter-term goals makes them easier, especially when you've already accomplished related goals. While we often overestimate what we can do in 1 year, we're more likely to underestimate what we can accomplish in the space of 3 years. So, don't be afraid to think big, and make your long-term goals even bigger. Business goals. These goals relate specifically to your business and its growth and mission. It's perfectly normal to have goals related to bigger profit margins, less waste, and greater customer/client satisfaction. It's also natural and laudable to want your business and its success to go beyond material benefits and temporary satisfaction. Whatever your aims for your business, don't limit yourself to what you're used to, or to what others in your industry have accomplished or tried. Think of the long-term impact you want to make with your business. Career goals. These goals are about your professional growth and your impact on everyone you serve, impact, and influence. They're about who you want to be as a professional and how you want to earn your income, which has a lot to do with how you want to spend your time. You already know that going after the career you really want takes initiative and the willingness to take risks and try new things. No one gets to new places by taking the same road they've always taken. Keep that in mind while you brainstorm your own career goals. Family goals. These goals revolve around your relationships with family members. Choose goals that reflect your commitment to prioritizing those relationships over less important concerns. What could you do today, this week, this month, or this year to deepen those connections and make sure everyone in your family knows you love spending time with them? Financial goals. These goals have to do with your money situation and mindset. What thoughts come to mind when you think of your financial situation? And how would you like that to change? One of the greatest benefits of having enough money is the freedom to do what you must and also what you truly want to do. What could you do today, this week, etc. to improve your relationship with money? What could you do to make better use of the money you have now? Lifestyle goals. If you've ever created a vision board or a mind movie with images that illustrate the life you want to live, you'll be in great shape when it comes to brainstorming your own lifestyle goals. Otherwise, it's a simple matter of daydreaming plus emotion. Imagine the life you would love to have and allow yourself to feel what you would feel if that were your present reality. Then describe what you see, how it makes you feel, and what the person you are in this mind movie would do, think, and feel every day. Intellectual goals. These goals are about how you want to develop and use your intellectual gifts. Whatever your IQ, there's always more to learn, about yourself, about others, about the universe, etc. So, why on earth wouldn't you set goals to grow and contribute more in this area, too? There will naturally be some overlap between these goals and those related to your physical health and your spiritual development since they're connected and influence each other. Personal growth goals. These goals are all about the person you want to be, not so you can show off your progress but so you can do more to inspire, challenge, and help others. The benefits of growth for yourself are also considerable since each life is about learning. But the purpose of your personal development goes far beyond you. When setting your personal development goals, keep in mind how reaching those goals will help you become the kind of person who helps others grow and contribute more. 2. Health and fitness goals. Your health and fitness will in large part determine your daily energy levels, which impact how you live and interact with others each day. Personal growth takes energy, and so does contribution. It's so much easier, especially when your energy is low, to scrap your productive plans and spend the time binge-watching your favorite shows and munching on comfort food. If your body is healthy and your brain chemicals are balanced, you have a much easier time thinking clearly and creating new things. Fitting more easily into your clothes is a nice side benefit. Relationship goals. Whatever you accomplish in this life, it won't matter much if you have to celebrate them alone. Strong and loving relationships are critical to the kind of success worth having. With that in mind, it's important to have goals related to building and strengthening those relationships. Picture in your mind the experiences you want to have with the people you love or with the significant other you've yet to meet. Social goals. Social goals are about reaching out to others, showing compassion, and helping others see their own potential for greatness. Whatever you do socially has an impact on others. And it's important to know whether your social time is more likely to charge you up or deplete your energy levels. The more you know, the better you can prepare to make the most of your opportunities to influence others in a helpful way. Retirement goals. Whatever retirement means to you, set the kind of goals that make you think, I can hardly wait to reach that. You don't have to retire at a specific age, but if you're thinking, I want to retire at 55 and start traveling the world, it makes sense to set goals that will get you closer to that. Think of how you want to live in the present as well as 10, 20, or more years from now, and choose your short and long-term goals accordingly. Spiritual goals. Whatever you believe about the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, your spiritual goals should reflect that. If you believe in the existence of souls, you know their needs are different from those of the body but that your spiritual and physical health influence each other. Both deserve consideration when you're setting goals and taking stock of your present health and energy. Let me tell you the benefits you get by setting your goals. The benefits of goal setting are real and significant. Goal setting applies both to you as an individual and to a group that sets goals. Improves your self-image. Makes you aware of your strengths, which can be used to overcome obstacles and provide solutions to problems. Makes you aware of your weaknesses so you can begin to improve them and make them into your strengths. Gives you a sense of past victories and provides a stimulus for present successes. Helps you visualize. Plans actions to achieve goals you set and then carry them out. Gives you a track to run on so you can see where you have to go. Forces you to set priorities. Priorities establish direction to your pursuits. Defines reality and separates it from wishful thinking. Makes you responsible for your own life. Makes your group responsible for its own success or failure. Serves as a criterion to sharpen decision making. I have listed a few tips that will help you in goal setting. Let's check them out. Tips for goal setting. These tips are given or taught in any college or corporate, but it helps a lot while setting goals. 1. Write goals that align with your values. For my money, there isn't a huge difference between corporate goals and life goals. If your career goals aren't supporting your life goals, you are bound to have a miserable existence. Take the case of a good friend of mine who plotted out his entire life at age 16. He would graduate from high school at 18, go to college and get a degree in aeronautic design, graduate from college at 22, work for a contract services company for 4 years and eventually get a secure job at a large firm where he would retire in luxury after 30 years. The only problem was that he ended up hating the work he still does for the large firm. And he's counting down, to the minute, how long he has until he retires. Death at a desk, every single day. 2. Set goals that you can control. I have another friend who at 28 had never had a girlfriend, at least one that other people could see. He announced out of the blue one day that he was going to get married when he turned 30. Being the supportive friend that I am, I quickly suggested that to make that happen he would need to waste no time and propose to every woman he saw from that moment on if he thought he had the slightest chance of meeting his goal by 50. Too often, we set goals that depend on other people, and I don't know how many other people you've ever met, but most are universally unreliable, especially when it comes to something that you need that benefits them not a whit. Unless every aspect of the goal you set is under your control, you have very little likelihood of ever achieving it. 3. Think big. Set goals that you don't think you can achieve and work your tail off to get there. Anyone can follow the advice of lesser men and set clearly achievable goals, but that's for underachievers and slackers. To be clear, I'm not suggesting you set impossible goals like teaching your dog to fly by throwing a frisbee off a high-rise balcony or developing a way to genetically engineer a teacup rhino by crossbreeding armadillos with house cats, but there is nothing wrong with setting your sights higher than most might believe practicable. 4. Give yourself time. It's said that good things come to those who wait, and there is some truth to that. Of course, you should be doing things that take you closer to your goal instead of living in your parents' basement until you're 30 and supporting yourself by selling curios on eBay. If you begin with the end in mind, that is to say, if you start by visualizing where you want to end up in life, the things you need to get there are pretty easy to plot out. 5. Plan for success. Don't worry that your dreams aren't realistic or that you might not achieve them after all. You have friends and relatives to shoot holes in your dreams. Instead, ask not, what if I fail, but rather, what if I succeed? Worry about failure is pointless and destructive. The surest way to be a failure is to spend time worrying about it. Your goals won't just accomplish themselves, you will have to have a plan, and you'll have to work that plan. 6. Manage your risks. You will never achieve goals you didn't set, but then again there are precious few guarantees in this life. It's said that the only sure things in life are death and taxes. Well, I'm here to tell you the only sure thing in life is death, because there are plenty of people who don't pay their taxes and usually end up either in jail, gunned down by government agents, or working in politics. So, do pay your taxes. And while most of the things you will do on your journey to success will carry some measure of risk, that's okay. Just be sure that you consider that risk and weigh it against the reward. That's all I wanted to talk for today. Hope you found the session useful and informative. Thank you.